Hey Nesters, welcome back to the channel. Today I am sharing with you a kind of forgotten haul. This was from a trash picking adventure trip I took with my husband a couple weeks back. He was going out doing some scrapping and I tagged along to see if I could find any goodies on the side of the road, and I did. I will link that video below if you guys missed it, as well as the haul from everything I found on the side of the road. This box is something I found that day. I had set it inside the back seat of our truck instead of the bed because the bed was super full, and of course we had our kids in the back and I was in the front, so there really wasn't much room to take a whole lot, but I wanted to save this box and you guys will find out why in just a minute. So let's go ahead and jump into it and go check it out and see what was inside. Alright, so this is the box here. As you can see, it says yard sale on it, so I knew this was all yard sale stuff that they had and tried to sell, and they just decided to do away with it and threw it beside the road. And unfortunately, it was trash pickup the next day, so I was very devastated, honestly, that I wasn't able to take more items. They had a lot of clothing and a lot of books there. But this is a box of books that I found, and you can see the one popping up. This is the one that caught my interest, a vintage Betty Crocker cookbook. So that's all I really needed to see, and I was throwing it in the truck. So we'll go ahead and hop into it and see what's inside. Like I said, I haven't had a chance to look at it, and it's actually kind of duct taped down here, so it's a little hard to get into. But let's see if I can rip this off and get it opened up more here. Alright. So, ooh, I spy another Betty Crocker. So it appeared to be mostly cookbooks, so you guys that watch my channel know that I really enjoy picking up the cookbooks, the vintage cookbooks especially. So we got the Betty Crocker cookbook here. This is the new and revised edition, including microwave recipes, so it's probably from about the 70s, I would say. Let's check it out. Yep, 1978, and let's take a look at some of these. Not too bad. I almost want to say that I have this one, but I can't quite remember. I've gotten quite a few over the last few summers here, and yeah, I really need to decide on what I'm keeping and what I'm getting rid of. But we got that one, and then this one here is a church recipe book. These are my favorites to pick up. I will purchase them for about 50 cents to $1 in yard sales if I see them, but free is best. This is some favorite recipes from a church in Lincoln, Rhode Island. I'm in Maine, so it's fun when I come across these type of books from different areas. And like I've said before, that I really enjoy these ones because they are personal recipes that people have submitted, so you know they have to be good recipes. And yeah, so those are always fun to look through and compare with other recipes, you're used to. And let's see the next one here. This one looks interesting. Old-fashioned cookbook, compiled by the Market Bulletin, West Virginia. So another out-of-state book here. This one looks really interesting. Homemade ice cream, old-fashioned recipes, sassafras tea. Have you guys ever heard of sassafras tea? I haven't. Other desserts and sweets, main dishes. This is set up really cute. Definitely looks like old-fashioned font as well, like a typewriter almost. It possibly was made by a typewriter. I don't know. What do you think? Was this a typewriter? Probably not. But it definitely has that old look to it and has lots of vintage recipes. What's a scripture cake? 1 cup of Judges, $5.25. Exodus, that's funny. I wonder if that's an actual recipe, if they just want you to look at the scripture. That's funny. So yeah, that is that one. Let's go on to the next. Favorite recipes from our best cooks. Who's our best cooks? Where is this from? Roslindale, Massachusetts, 1982. Is it from a church? Stewardship committee? Yeah, it's a church book. Oh, they actually have pictures. I've never seen the church books with pictures inside before. This one's fancy for a church book. Everyday Herb Guide. That's cute. This has a lot of good detailing to it. You don't normally see all that stuff inside these books. Normally it's just like this here. Sweet and sour meatballs. Jiffy meatloaf, like peanut butter. Is that what they mean? I don't like meatloaf. Do you guys like meatloaf? Ugh. I've never Never had a meatloaf I could really get down very good. Yeah, but those look like some interesting recipes. Definitely that old-fashioned party type of recipes in there, it seems. Alright, moving on to the next one. This one is Prevention's Giant Book of Health Facts. I actually find these kind of books interesting if they're about nutrition and different health tips. To taste and smell, water in equals water out. Yeah. Do you guys like to read up on these books? I know sometimes it can be a bit of a hypochondriac, is that what they call it? And think, you know, you got something you don't. But I think it's always good to be knowledgeable about the human body. We're, you know, that's who we are. I'm definitely happy I saved this stuff out of the trash. I feel like I could have grabbed the clothes, but there's so many clothes in the world, and you can't replace books. You know, especially vintage books, there's only so many of them out there, and if everyone throws them away, that's knowledge. That is the written word getting tossed out forever. So this looks like another health book here. All kinds of fun stuff that we all never want, right? So natural prescriptions. Dr. Jiller's natural treatments and vitamin therapies for over 100 common ailments. So yeah, some health books there. I was thinking these were going to be all recipe books, but like I said, I didn't look through it. A landscaping book, problem solver, plant by plant guide. So you guys probably know that I am a gardener if you followed me for a while. So this is definitely up my alley. I will definitely check this out. It has lots of information, it seems, about controlling different pests and bugs off your plants, and just how to look for, you know, diseased plants and what to do to fix them so they're at top-notch health. So definitely a good read for me. What else do we got? A 3rd grade apple recipe book, Miss Sawyer's Room. Chad Bitgood. Is this kids' recipes? This is something a classroom made, I guess. I don't see that they're submitted though, so I'm not quite sure what's going on with this. Maybe they were working on cooking apple recipes, or maybe, I bet I know what happened. They probably had them submit recipes from their family to find an apple recipe, and they probably compiled this. It looks like it's all photocopied in together. That's kind of a cute idea. I wonder if they ever made any of them. Maybe it was like a Mother's Day present or something. So this one is from Lincoln, Rhode Island. Section IV, or I guess that would be 4 program. I don't know what that is. What would Section 4 program mean? Beverages and miscellaneous. Banana eggnog. Banana panana cakes. Do you guys like to look through recipe books, or is it just me? There's always some very interesting ones. There's a lot, actually, that just look like something I would never make. Some are just the most weirdest out there recipes that make you kind of scratch your head and think, do people actually eat that? Block Island swordfish, chicken macchiato. See, those always recipes I've never heard of, and that's why I like getting them from different areas, because, you know, everyone has their own way of making things, their own dishes in their area. All right, we got a Maine recipe here. The Maine Farmers Market Nutrition Program. So it's put out by the WIC program, I guess, for mothers that have newborn babies, I think. I got some apple. Oh, so yeah, it has like all the farmers market vegetables and different ways you can cook it. It is kind of complicated, I will say. As a gardener, you get to your harvest and you have all this, you know, all these vegetables and fruit, and you kind of scratch your head like, okay, now how am I going to use it? Do you guys have any go-to recipes that you guys always look forward to when you garden and harvest? I really like doing the green beans, just, you know, as they are. My favorite, surprisingly, is actually zucchini. I love making zucchini bread. So I usually don't make the zucchini bread and freeze it. What I'll do is shred up the zucchini itself and then freeze that. That way when I go to make it, you know, it's fresh. I don't really like the way frozen zucchini bread, you know, baked goods taste, but you definitely can freeze the zucchini and make it at a later time. Yeah, I really like this one. It's a good find there. We got the Vitamin Bible. Now this one looks like it was justified to go in the trash. It's pretty taped up. But yeah, I don't know about this. I'm sure it has decent information in it, but that's probably gonna be recycled again. Or at least recycled. I'm not throwing it in the trash. So we got a couple of magazines here. Prevention magazine. Not really interested in that. Complete Herbal Remedies, 94 Natural Cures. I kind of find this stuff interesting. I definitely like to try more natural approaches to healing stuff, so that could be a fun read as well. We have To Mend the Heart, the dramatic story of cardiac surgery and its pioneers. I don't think Burl is expected to leave hospital, so what is this about? This is to salute one of my favorite ladies. Evelyn has had more 1 hour this is really hard to read. Share of heart trouble, but has made heart surgery history. All right, 1981. So someone in their family, I guess, had heart trouble and they found this interesting. It's about the history behind heart surgery, I guess. I don't know. I'm not really into the medical stuff as much, so I might just see if someone wants that. I'll donate it at the very least. And here we go, back to the cookbooks. Betty Crocker Time-Saving Cookbook, featuring quick and easy and do-ahead recipes. Not to be resold. Uh-oh. What if I want to resell it? Employee book sale. If it's in the trash, can I resell it? Salmon Wiggle. Someone wrote their handmade recipe here. I've heard of shrimp wiggle. My mother-in-law likes to make shrimp wiggle. Never heard of salmon wiggle. Is it the same idea with the peas? I didn't really look at the recipe. So I have the peas and the... I don't see any peas in it. Oh, yeah, right there, drained peas. So it looks like it's just the same thing, only with salmon instead, which I think I would like. I actually like salmon better than shrimp. Some nice cookie recipes here. Chocolate brickle drops. Those sound good. Sesame wafers, ginger snaps. What is your guys' favorite cookie to make? I'm kind of standard. I like the chocolate chip cookie. Still my favorite. Ooh, stuffed zucchini. I really like zucchini. What are they putting in it? Diced pimentos. It's just stuffing mix. That's kind of interesting. Yeah, that definitely looks like a good one there. Can't beat some Betty Crocker, right? So I got a couple of Betty Crocker books. So it was definitely worth saving. We got... This one here is a children's Bible. I actually might have pulled this out of another box. I vaguely remember taking this out of a different box and throwing it in there. Another one I can't resell. What does this even mean? Who's going to come down on me if I resell this? But this looked like a pretty good book. Had the shorter version of the stories, but kid-friendly stories of the Bible. And yeah, we'll definitely check that one out there. We got, it's a romance novel. Successful Herbal Remedies. I guess it's not a romance novel. They were really into the health scene here. I don't know how many of these books I need. This one I probably will redonate as well. I keep saying redonate. They did not donate these. They threw them in the trash. This one is The Great People of the Bible and How They Lived. So this could be an interesting find for me here. New Testament. This is very detailed with the artifacts and the scenery. This will be something I'll have to look into to see, make sure it's legit information, but it looks intriguing. I'll definitely check that out, see what that's all about. I think I'm down to my last book here. This one is English Country Style by Juliet. It's new cover. Again, what is this that they bought this from? Employee book sale. That one doesn't say the do not resell, or the stamp wore out at that point, I guess. English Country Style. I don't think this is my style. Someone might like to read this though. It's not my style of decorating, but I will maybe put this in the booth or something. I don't know if anyone's really going to be interested in this. Hence probably why they threw it in the trash, but who knows? Someone might like it. Let me know below how you think I did, if you think it was a good thing that I saved these from the garbage. Personally, I am happy that I did. I really am going to enjoy this one in particular. And all the recipe books really all look to be pretty nice, but this one just seemed to be very chocked full of old-fashioned recipes, which is my favorite. I really like the heirloom recipes. This stuff will be donated, that will be recycled, and these are kind of maybes that I just need to look into to make sure they aligned with our values and whether I want to actually keep these like herbal remedy, not nutrition, well, medical nutrition books, I guess. And so yeah, I might not keep that stuff, but overall, I think I did pretty well. I'm very happy that I was able to rescue these. These are not in the landfill today, so that's always a good thing, right? If you guys have books you do not want, there's always libraries or organizations that you can donate to them, or at the very least recycle them if they're in bad shape. There's lots of people out there that can reuse these and would really enjoy them, so please don't throw perfectly good stuff in the trash. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video and me saving a little piece of the earth, one book at a time, I guess, here. And be sure to subscribe if you want to see the thrift along with me tomorrow. I'm going to Goodwill. And yeah, we'll catch you in the next one. Bye.